Hi, we're back doing the back side of Math Work Text, page 278. And you've probably already done this, but we wanted to go ahead and go over it together and see how you did. At the top here for numbers 1 and 2, we're reviewing line of symmetry. And they want you to trace the line of symmetry. So in number 1, there's only one possible line of symmetry, and that's the one that goes directly down the middle there, okay? So that is the line of symmetry for number 1. Number 2, the vertical line is your line of symmetry here, right there. The vertical line. So if we would fold it, both sides would match up. For numbers 3 and 4, they are wanting us to not trace the line of symmetry given to us, but to actually create a line of symmetry. So for number 3, we have a pentagon. And pentagon does have a line of symmetry, but it's always going to be, if the point is up, it's going to be this vertical one right here in order to line up. All right. And for number 4, we have a rectangle, which a rectangle can have more than one. You could draw a line of symmetry here, vertically, right in the middle, right? Both sides would fold, but you could also do a horizontal line. There would be a horizontal line of symmetry. Either one of those would work. Diagonal will not work because the corners won't match up. If it was a square, that might be different, but because it's a rectangle, the sides, the length is longer than the width, they won't match up. But 2 possibilities for that one. So whichever one you drew would be correct. If you drew something else, just, pause the video, erase what you had, and draw one of the ones we did together. The next section, we're describing these 4 sets of shapes. You have 2 boomerangs here. Are they similar or congruent? Remember, similar is the same shape. Congruent means the same shape and the same size. So in number 5, what do these boomerangs, how would we describe them? And you would have written congruent. Right? They are the same shape, that's true, but they're also the same size. So we can give them that special terminology there of congruent. And we'll go to number 6. We have these 2 triangles. Right? They're the same shape, the same size. So again, we're going to label them as congruent. In number 7, we have 2 diamonds, right? 2 quadrilaterals. Same shape, same color, but in this case, they're not the same size. So we're not going to describe them as congruent. This is where we would use similar. Now for number 8, they threw, I won't say they threw in, but they added a different thing. They want us to look at the shapes. Are they the same shape? Yes, one of them's turned though, right? Are they the same size? Even though one of them's turned, are they the same size? They are. It's the same shape. One of them's just laying on its side. So we would actually describe it as congruent. The shapes do not have to be turned in the same direction. They just need to be the same type of shape and the same size. So we would label this as congruent. So I think they're, just pushing our understanding of it a little deeper, helping us, just feel more confident in knowing that. Again, if you need to pause or erase something, just erase it and change it. The next sections here, we have 6 pairs of shapes, 6 figures, and we need to discern from the first picture to the second picture, was there a slide, a flip, or a turn? So we look at the first picture here, and then to the second picture. Is there any change? If there isn't a change, it's going to be just a slide. just looks like this, we took the same picture, copied and pasted it right beside. That would be described as a slide. What about this one? It's the same shape, right? But their orientation's different. They're facing in opposite directions. That one's a little tricky, but this one actually, we would describe it. Actually, I could see where you might say it was a flip because it looks like you flipped it, but they didn't give us a dot to discern whether we're looking at the front or the back. So if you had flip, I actually would give you credit for this. A turn is really what we're looking at. If it had been a flip, they would have had to indicate for us with a dot or something. But again, I would accept both answers as correct. All right. What about number 11? Again, same shape, it's just turned. So we would describe that as a turn. We'll come down to number 12. We have these two arrows. How would you describe that one? Right? Again, this is a turn. And number 10, what did you get for number 10? Right? Again, maybe you said flip on one of these. They look like turns, but if you had a flip, I don't think they did we used dots the first time, but you can see where maybe it was white on one side, black on the other. I don't know. It's definitely a turn. But again, because it's not very clear on the worksheet, I would accept either one. And number 14, what happens here in the last one? Yeah, that one's definitely just a turn. All right. Maybe a little more confusing just because they didn't use dots there, but a lot of turns. Here we just have some math facts. 4 times 0 is 0. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 4 is 16. 5 times 2 is 10. These are probably getting much easier for you. Amazing. When we first started, these were so hard. And now you guys can just sail right through them. So again, you're just double checking your answers. See that you have them correct. Hopefully you can read my marker. Pause it if you need to. Change it. If you miss something, erase it, change it, fix it. Okay, you've got this. Okay, I'll see you next time. We're going to do some more with shapes, and we're going to be looking at 3-dimensional shapes. All right, bye.